is Isabella Akishe, and today we're discussing leveraging online media to create new streams of income. And our lovely guest, you can see her smiling because she has been sharing so many good tips here, is Padebi Ojomo. And I'll let her get into it. But for those of you that don't know who Padebi is, she's a Facebook certified digital marketing associate, DISC behavioral analysis consultant, leadership expert, trainer, speaker, and I'm going to add teacher because that's what she's been doing. She has been really teaching us about getting skills and really leveraging the digital space for us to make money. So Padebi, over to you.
Okay, so I'm going to talk a bit more about what I was talking about before the initial timeouts, about how long it takes you for you to start making progress. Now, there's this program I run. It's called the Social Media Bootcamp. So what it does pretty much is it teaches people how to start a business as a social media manager. It's a 5 week course, right? So they started at week 1, week 2, week 3. So right now we are on week 3, right? However, 85% of the people that are actually doing the work, and then they're doing the work. They're following the steps. Week 1, do this. Week 2, do this. Week 3. 85% of them, they already have jobs. They have at least two jobs, two customers each that they are managing their pages and they're getting paid. Minimum income they're earning is 20,000. Some is as high as 50,000, depending on the scale of work. Right now, this is 3 weeks into the program. Good. So the truth is, once you know, okay, now, do you need to know anything for you to be a social media manager? The answer is no. You should just have a PC. It's critical you have a PC. You can't meander this with just having a phone because there's so much work. You'll be frustrated. You need to have a phone. You need to have high-speed internet. If possible, have a backup. So don't rely on just maybe your Airtel or your Glo. Have maybe like a portable Wi-Fi that you can use. And then you can start, in as little as 3 to 4 weeks, you can actually start earning. But if you already know how to edit videos, and guys, look, you don't even need to have a very perfect studio editing software. If you can use InShot or iMovie or all these other basic phone or PC app, you don't need to do like an Adobe Premiere. That one is very advanced. You can grow into that later, right? Start from the basics. The basic InShot. There are people that just with InShot editing, they are clearing out. The InShot app is free. If you want to even pay the premium, it's like what? 7K for a year. So people would take their video, send to you, you type in caption, edit it, make it pretty, send it back to them, and they'll pay you 7 or 10K. Boom. If you have 10 of, how long will it take to edit 1 hour? If you have 10 of this kind of customers, you are good to go. So a little bit of things here and there that you can actually do. And look, even if you don't even have money to invest in learning a proper skill or getting a certification course, there are YouTube videos. YouTube videos are your friend. They are free and they are readily available. And if you say, okay, I don't have money to watch YouTube videos, there are lots of telcos that give free night browsing. So sacrifice a few hours of your time every night, watch these free videos, implement it on your phone, try it and try, perfect it, and then start saying, okay, I can do this. Really, I think with the amount of information and opportunity that is out there right now, nobody has an excuse to not have an income. Now, whether this trend, I've heard of that, and people are making money from this. So really, what is your excuse? What excuse do you have not to actually leverage all these amazing tools that are mostly free to actually start or grow a business? Now, as I said, you don't necessarily don't aim to get the advanced level. Nobody starts from 0 and then go to 1,000. Start from 0 and go to 1. Start from the free. If you don't have, I understand that some of you say, okay, ground zero, I don't have anything. I don't even have money to even pay for that, your course. It's fine. There are YouTube videos. Start with that. Start making money. And as you're making the money, don't start buying designer. Don't buy expensive phone. Invest in yourself. If you look, right now, I'm doing some courses. The courses I'm doing right now, they're a little over $5,000. And I'm still doing more. I have 2 exams this month, for example. After that, there are others I'm still going to write. And I'm good. Like if I say I'm not writing again, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm still earning money. But do you really want to plateau in this career? The answer is no. Or do you want someone to actually come and then overtake you? Me, God forbid. You need to stay relevant, right? You need to stay relevant. So in your staying relevant, it means you need to keep learning new things. So in the first 1 or 2 years, your goal is not to buy expensive, it's to keep plowing back and getting in more knowledge. Plow back and getting more knowledge. I remember when I started out my online business, then my laptop was that kind of laptop where without NEPA, the laptop goes off. My phone was an Infinix Palace. It was Infinix. The Infinix one used to get hot, right? But I can tell you for free. Right now, I have all the gadgets. I have a MacBook. I use an iPhone X. I have everything. This is my same Infinix Basic and my Dell laptop that was knock and start then. It was what funded everything I have right now. And I wasn't aiming to get immediately, but I know, trust me, for like 12 months, I had a MacBook as my screensaver. I was constantly seeing this, I'll buy this MacBook one day, it was 550K. Oh, I'll buy this MacBook one day. I kept having that as it was motivating me to work hard. But I wasn't working towards it because I knew that it was penny wise pound foolish. I was still managing my Palasa laptop. I would change the battery. I'll buy a new 5K battery and put. It will last me for a few more months. The cable will break. I'll buy another cable. But that was life, right? I mean, and that's one thing about most young people today. You need to get your head in the right place. Put your priorities right. The goal for you is not to start taking pictures with your iWatch and your iPhone and then show me I've arrived. If you start your business with that as the focus, you are actually starting on the wrong foot, and you're already gonna fail, right? So start a profitable digital media business. It's not to show off. The work is blood, sweat, and tears. It is lots of work. Yes, we work from home. Yeah, there's a glitz and glam of that. It feels good, but it is lots of work if you want to take it really seriously. But it's also lots of money when done right. But you're not just going to start making 8 figures or 7 figures. No, there is a process, and this process takes time. And this process means you need to keep learning and keep learning and keep learning and keep learning. So your first 1 year, don't focus on buying designer this or expensive wristwatch or expensive phone or expensive PC. If what you have works, then use it. If you know what you have is terrible, it's not working at all, then just buy an upgrade, right? You can do like a Dell, you can do like a HP. I bought used laptop before. I have. In fact, last year when my Mac crashed last year, and I think I already invested in some courses, and I had work to do. And I don't want to repair it. I don't like repairing laptops. I mean, now I can say that. Then I used to. I can't say that now. I won't repair a Mac because it doesn't make sense. I rather sell it. I had to buy a used laptop in between my Mac that water spilled on, and this one I'm using right now. I wanted a 2020 Mac. I didn't want a 2017 Mac. I had to buy a used Dell. It was like 75K or 80 something K. But for that period, it worked. It is still working. My children use it now to do their schoolwork and stuff. I'm saying this because people say, I think, okay, she uses a Mac. I didn't wake up and start using a Mac. No. So there's so much that goes into it. And I believe a lot in invest. For me, I'm not using this gadget because I want to show off. Most people won't even know it. It's because it makes my work easy. And it is a business that paid for it. I did not want to borrow money. Than to borrow me money. I want to buy. If I buy in 3 months time, I can pay you back. No. The principle of a business, when I run a business, is the business pays for everything. So money chop money is not going to fund that business. My father's money, daddy give me money, is not going to fund that. Let the business fund. That's the only way you will know the business is profitable anyways. The business should be able to fund itself. So start with what you have. You have a mobile phone, or you're watching this right now, you have a mobile phone, you probably have a PC. Start with what you have and then keep growing. Man, I've covered a lot in a short time.
Oh yes, you have. The things you've said is that we should start from the basics. So
basics,
I know while you were talking,
stuff.
somebody said her own excuse was that she had children and she didn't have she said Onyinye Gayo said
she's my friend.
Children and no time. And then Style Baggins.
I don't think she has much. She has only 3 children. Only 3. Only 3 children. There are not too many yet. The earth is not full. You can add too much.
And then somebody actually did the math, saying Style Baggins Niger said 8,000 naira times 10 clients is 80,000 naira.
80,000 naira, exactly.
And
Absolutely.
I love how you gave examples of things people can use. So everybody who is watching this has a mobile phone or a PC, and you can get free software. Even if you choose to go to the upgraded version, it's very, very cheap.
Very
And if you cannot
affordable.
afford to pay for courses, there are many YouTube videos. And you said if we're going to use data, or some people that get free data at night, use that time, sacrifice your sleep, and invest in learning. And there was another tip you gave when it came to doing digital business, and I think that affects every one of us. It even affected me this afternoon, which was have a backup when it comes to the internet. So yes, I have Airtel, and then the Airtel started giving issues, so I switched to Wi-Fi. And
Shut up. Who time?
I even moved the location just to make sure that the internet was going to work, because it was very important that this Instagram live session went ahead. So please, if you're doing any digital business, you might consider investing in more than one source of high-speed internet, so that you don't have any excuses for your clients. Because some people say, it's the internet. When there was no lockdown, it was traffic that was the excuse. Now the
Yes,
traffic has
so
moved to the
the
online.
internet.
It's now the internet that is causing the traffic. So we've talked about things like content creation, we've talked about graphic design, talked about social media management, and using websites that have job postings. So someone that is watching this Insta live session might be saying, you know what, you're really talking about me, but I'm afraid that if I put myself out there, somebody's going to say, who is this one? What has she done? What has he done? So me, I should come and give you my money to do this. Now, no. Like, how do you go about getting those customers, and also overcoming imposter syndrome? You're already doubting yourself before you even start.
Okay, so I said it before that I should lots of free work. Start from your low hanging fruits. Low hanging fruits are people that you already know. So imagine you have a mango tree in your compound, right? And then the mango tree, you have the ones that are closer to the bottom, and then you have the ones that are on top. Don't worry, these ones are on top first. You plug the ones that your hand can reach. You have friends, you have schoolmates, you have classmates, you have church members, you have neighbors, you have cousins, you have your parents, you have your churches. Start with these people that you already know, that already trust you, before you move to the people that are strangers on the internet. So you build the confidence. I have delivered. If I can deliver for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 persons, I can also deliver for your project. That's one. But the truth is, you see this imposter syndrome thing, no matter how good you get, when you want to get to the next level, there's always that, who are you, who born you, right? And it happens, especially when you now start comparing yourself with the results that the other person is doing. Good. And then sometimes you say, okay, I want to send this an influencer a DM, but I don't know how they will take it. What if they say no? The truth is that no has ever killed anybody. If all those boys that used to toast girls, many girls have told them no. Have they died? Have they,
No.
as the hair on their skin singed? No.
No.
So no will not kill you. The truth is, for every no you get, there's a potential yes waiting to happen. There are lots of people out there that will say no to you, but there are also lots of people that will give you a chance. Now, I'm saying that categorically because I still reach out to people also and ask them for favors and ask them for things. I'm not saying, okay, because, hey, I'm just a marketing master, hey, I built my expertise in these. I don't know. I still need people. I still need people to get, I still have a
Adebi, can
next
you
level
still
and the
hear
next level
us?
and the next level. Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So I still reach out to people to ask them for favors. So sometimes I have that, oh my God, what if this person says no? I have that knowing voice in my head that makes me feel, okay, they may not say, right, I proceed anyway. So because when you are looking at the end of your at the top of the ladder, tell yourself you get lots of no's. But you also get lots of yeses. And the yeses you will get will make up for the no's that you did not get. I've had to reach out to some people in the past to mentor me, for example, and they said no. Right? And I've also reached out to a few other people and they said yes. And then now I'm looking at, okay, it's their loss because now I'm doing very well and they're not part of my success story. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Can
Okay,
you hear
great.
me?
Yes, I can hear you as well. So always have that bigger picture. Your dreams should drive you. Personally, I'm very particular about vision, about bigger picture. I always like to have a picture of the person I want to be like when I grow up on my refrigerator. I have a vision board. So that drives me. So on days where I want to throw in the towel, on days where I want to pull out my hair, on days where I'm feeling frustrated, I look at that image and then it drives me. And then, of course, I'm very big on mentoring. Have a mentor in your corner that has been there, done that, right? They say experience is the best teacher, but experience doesn't have to be your experience. It can be someone else's experience. So take advantage of the fact that there are people out there that has been there before you, that knows all the things you are trying to learn now. Reach out to these people, do free work, offer to serve. An average Nigerian is averse to service. They don't want to serve, but look, you cannot be a very good master if you've never been a very good servant, right? Think about the great people you know in this world. They've all served. Jesus served God. Elisha served Elijah. Who's this guy in the Bible now? Joshua served Moses. You know, Aaron served Moses. So there's this circle of, okay, I served and I also got my blessing, right? Joshua, I think, was it Joshua that served Moses? I think it was, right? You know, and then he was now the second in command. Good. So don't have that mindset that if I go and help this person do this thing now, they'll start seeing me as the person's boy. Will you dare to be the person's boy? No. So be boy and then move to the next level. I'm saying this because I've seen lots of young people that feel, where can I hold me? Me that have a BSc in this, I have an MBA in this. That's not what's important right now. Your BSc and MBA is not important. What is important is this person has a repertoire of knowledge that can help you at this point in your life. Forget your MBA, Patsy. Your brother will say, lock it up and try. Lock it up. You don't need it. Focus on what you are trying to get from this person at that point. You may be. Oh, I have mentors that I'm older than, age-wise, right? I am older than them age-wise, but I know what I'm getting from them, and I call them sir. I call them ma. Yes, ma. Not because they are my mates. Well, you know, I'm older than you. Have an idea like who I am. Or you know, I have children. That's not important at that point. What important is that, look, I have something I want to learn from you, and I'm going to tap into your wealth of experience, add it to my own, and move on. A mentoring relationship doesn't have to last forever. It may be 6 months, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years. But it will save you lots and lots of mistakes, lots and lots of trial and error, guys. Look, I can't even emphasize how important this is. My career has grown this much in a short while, not because I'm better learned or better skilled at what I'm doing than most people, but I know the importance of mentoring. I will not venture into any industry if I don't have a mentor. Before I start, first I'll go and look for mentors and please, uncle, this is what I want to do. Please help my ministry. I don't mind sweeping the floor. I mean, not literally, good, but I will serve. I will put myself down, remove all my cloak of all the awesomeness that I have, and then I'm ready to serve. That has
I think
exponentially helped my business, and I believe strongly it will also help you.
I think that point that you just made about service has resonated with so many of our viewers because of all the hard signs that I've been seeing. I've been seeing all the waves. Thank you, everybody that is joining us again for this Instagram live session right here on African Alliance. If you're just joining, the comment is pinned, which is the topic for today, which is leveraging online media to create new streams of income. We're going to open the floor now to questions. There was something you said about serving, and because I know that African Alliance is very big on family, you know, you first said in the first Instagram live video that a lot of people over 30, 40, 50 grew up in a time where they only learned about computers in textbooks, which means that it's very possible that your daughter, your son, your nephew, your niece probably knows a thing or two more than you do when it comes to the digital space. So it's okay to serve your children. It's okay to serve your nephew. It's okay to serve your niece.
Very okay.
You can tell them, you know what? Come and show me this computer that you're always pressing. Let me learn something. And what that does is you bond with the child, you bond with your family member, and they begin to think that you're actually cool, like you're not just stuck in some old era. So this is a great way. If you're still struggling with some of your digital skills, call your kids, call the little ones in the house, and
ones
learn
around you, yeah.
You might have to learn some video games too, but hey, remember your goal, remember where you're going. You want to leverage the digital space to diversify your streams of income. So we'll be taking questions. Please feel free to drop your questions in the comment section. I'll be reading them out. I'll just do a quick recap. Like I mentioned, there was a first video. We had some internet issues, but we're so glad that a lot of you were able to come back. And those of you just joining us, thank you so much for making time out this afternoon to learn about leveraging the online space to make more money, especially during the pandemic, where a lot of us have had to suffer from pay cuts, job losses, and Padebi said in the earlier video that if you look at the price of oil, if you look at the currency situation, Nigeria was already headed for a recession, and then COVID-19 happened. So if you were sleeping before on a bicycle about making money, you now need to make more money, because what you were relying on might not actually be guaranteed. And that also brings in the place of insurance, because a lot of people run away from insurance, but insurance is a way to manage your risk. So whether you're thinking about, you know what, I've actually started practicing some of these things. If in fact I'm minting out and I'm making money from the online space, what can I do? You can put away some of that money towards insurance, and African Alliance is here to help you. Just this week, they celebrated 60 years in business. You know what 60 years means, and I think we'll celebrate them towards the end of the session. So I'm just going to, no be my or akara. I have a question here from Esther Ame, and it says, how can I teach people how to learn to make templates, ma? So that's the question from Esther Ame.
Okay, Esther. Okay, so here's what I'll suggest to you, Esther. Instead of teaching people how to make templates and sell to people. So for templates, I want to believe you're talking about graphic templates, right? Image templates. Now, averagely, every entrepreneur posts at least twice every day on their social media pages. Minimum. Some people is more. Some people even do as much as 10, which I think is a bit too much. But ideally, it should be 1 to 3 times in a day. So let us take the median, which is 2. Right? So they post maybe morning and they post at night. Now, this entrepreneur has to worry about their craft. Maybe they are fashion designers or hairdressers or whatever. They have to worry about service delivery. Good. But they also have to worry about social media marketing. And the one they would rather not worry about is the social media marketing or posting. I want to start making graphic on Canva. What am I going to post? So what you can do for them is this. Every month, have a retainer agreement that every month, I'm going to give you 20 templates that you can use to post on your page. And that 20 templates is going to cost you 20,000 naira, or even be 15K, maybe it'll be 10K. So here's what you're going to do. If they post template 1, which is a pretty picture that has their theme or brand color background, the next picture they can paste will be their own curated picture from their store or from whatever it is. Pretty much a user-generated content, their own content. Then they can post another template, a third one that you created. And then, so by the time they have 20 templates, that can last them for the full month. Now, what I'm saying is so that they can come again the next month. So if you have one customer paying 20,000 to create 20 templates, and you have 5 of those kind of customers, it's one of you're not creating those templates perpetually. You can even agree that, you know what, I'll do 10 you use from January, from 1st to 15th. I'll do another 10 use from 16th to the 30th of the month. Boom, right? It's all about positioning. And guys, look, for you to position for profitability is common sense, and that's why I said this. That look, you can't run away from mentoring. Common sense is not common practice. See, this thing I just shared with you. It took me years to realize that this is actually a business, and I've recommended to lots and lots and lots and lots of people, and it works. Because there's a problem now. That problem that's out there, you cannot see it at your level, Esther. Why? Because all you are seeing is just your awesome stuff that you have created. But it takes someone that has been there and has seen this problem, and is a solution I cannot create right now because of my time, to know that there's a problem and then there's a solution. So sometimes all you need just to sit down and do some thinking. Pinterest, oh my goodness. Pinterest is an amazing place to get lots of inspiration, lots of ideas, even lots of templates. There are people selling these templates already on Pinterest. Go there, see how they are doing it, see the cost, see their sequence. Okay, when they buy it, for example, what's the onboarding like? What's the next thing? Can people buy it without me being there? Do they have to manually talk to me? Because that's another headache, right? Okay, you have the idea. How do you execute? How do the customer pay you? When they pay you, how do you ask them their brand colors? How do you onboard them? It's called customer onboarding. How do you deliver after onboarding? Because creating a solution is not just, that doesn't end the problem. You need to market it. You need to deliver it, service delivery. So there are many things, but can it be done? Yes. Is it rocket science? No, it's not. There's someone out there that's doing this. So I said, Pinterest, go to Pinterest. You see lots of people that are doing this already, and they are cleaning out, right? You're welcome.
So Esther Amir said, wow, thank you so much, Ma. I love you. So I can agree that that is definitely a good answer to her question. We also have here 4QHN. I own our Foodie NG with over 150K followers. For Ken. Okay, so it's a two-part question. One, is there a product/service from African Alliance for food vendors, cook, chefs, farmers, restaurants, logistics? I'm waiting for the second part. So this question, African Alliance can answer. You will reach out to you with an answer for that, but they do have several insurance products, and depending on the kind of business you do, you will encounter risks. Remember that insurance is about risk. So maybe where you want to insure the building where you cook, or you want to, there's life insurance, for example. There's job loss insurance where you lose a job and you lose salary and you need some form of insurance. So there's a plethora of insurance products out there, and I'm sure we can continue the conversation after this Instagram live session. One of the things that Padebi said was there's a life cycle for every customer, and I think it's very important that when you start applying these tips and you start making money and you get customers, that you never fail to reinvest in the business so more customers can come. So my question is, for people who are already making money and are thinking, well, my customers are going, what else can I do to get more customers? Or I just don't have enough customers, or they never stay, they come and they go. So in terms of like that customer service, how can we leverage the digital experience to deliver optimum value?
So it was a bit shaky, but no, it wasn't very clear. Can you please go over that again?
Okay, so the question is, when it comes to leveraging the digital space to attract or keep customers, what can people do?
Okay, so pretty much run ads.
Did you get
right?
That?
Run ads, pay for traffic. Yes, I did, Isabella. So run ads, pay for traffic. Don't be afraid, or don't be, I don't want to use what afraid is a bit too serious. Don't feel you need to buy traffic, right? For example, if you have 2,000 followers, half of these followers will be your friends, your cousins, your relatives, your church members, your secondary school mates, your university mates. These are not the guys that will buy from you. Good. You want to make sure you get more eyeballs on your amazing stuff that you are creating. How do you get more eyeballs on it? By running advertisements, right? That is just the short and long form of it. Instagram and Facebook, they want you to spend money on ads. That's why they're introducing the algorithm to frustrate you. So less and less people are seeing and engaging with your posts because they want you to run paid advertisements. So invest some money. And I call it an investment, right? Because an investment pays a reward. If you buy maybe a property, for example, for 100,000 and leave that property for 1 year, it appreciates. So the same thing, if you spend 5,000 naira, for example, on advertising, there's going to be a reward. You will make something back. So if maybe for every 5,000 naira you spend, you are making 100,000. It means if I bump up my 5,000 to 10,000, I'll make 200,000. So invest in advertising, get more eyeballs to see what you're selling, and then that's guaranteed to give you an endless stream of customers.
Oh, so basically we need to spend money in letting many people know what we're offering, and that again is leveraging the digital space. And I like how you called it an investment. So you're not just throwing money away, but you're actually using that money to sustain the business. The second part for Ken's question is, Coach P, do you have classes or sessions for my kind of followers? I actually care a lot about them, whether it's food photography, content creation, or social media marketing.
Yeah, of course. I have trainings on. I don't have trainings on food photography because I'm not a photographer. But I definitely have trainings for content creation and social media marketing. As I said before, I have a social media school Social media school is a full-fledged school for small business owners that want to leverage social media to grow their business. We learned, like this month, for example, we learned how to create a mini website, how to create a WhatsApp catalog. We learned all of those things. Next month, you learn how to shoot and edit videos with your mobile phones. So there's something for, as long as you're a small business owner, there's social media school for you. There's also a social media bootcamp for people that want to start a career as a social media manager, a content creator. The bootcamp is for them. So I've been able to cram my 5 years experience into a 7 weeks course so that you can actually start. And because I get lots of people send me DMs, I need a page manager, I need a page manager, it is easy for me to outsource these people to people that I've trained and I trust. I'd rather do that than outsource them to somebody I do not know. You know, so yeah, so I have those two products. So if you're interested, you could reach out to me and then we'll proceed from there.
And the other thing that you mentioned in the earlier Instagram live video is that a lot of times you have a lot of requests. Even now, a lot of requests. I think you said 17 requests for social media managers. So while there are a lot of people saying there are job losses, people are saying that businesses are closing down, it's also the opening up of many jobs. Many businesses are having to focus online, their digital strategy because of the lockdown, because of the pandemic. So now is a good time to invest in those digital skills. So I think we can take one more question. I'll look at so this one is from Unoye 9035. I'm interested in starting as a context writing. Any word of advice? I'm not sure what that means. I think maybe as a content writer.
Yeah,
context.
Perhaps.
That was what was written. Context writing.
Okay. So maybe it was a typo. Maybe she meant content. Okay, so content writing is wide. So I'd like to find out: would you want to be a ghostwriter, or would you just want to be creating captions for people? Now, writing is one skill that is very, very underrated, but is very, very important. Because as simple as it sounds, not everybody can write. Personally, I don't consider myself a good writer. Right? I can write, yes. I can write, but if I'm going to write something that's, I'll never write proposal for myself. I'll outsource it. Because the technical, I don't have the patience. My brain doesn't think. I cannot see typography, for example. Ask me to proofread anything, just kill me. Put a gun in my head. Right? So there are people that actually have this skill that I constantly outsource my writing to. Yeah. So, but you need to be a very good writer. You need to make sure that you can see typos from a distance. You are sure of your punctuations, right? You know where there's supposed to be a comma, an apostrophe, a hyphen. You are very sure of it. Then you can say, okay, I want to be a writer. And then, since, as I said before, if you don't know, there are schools for content creation. There are schools for writers. There are Writers Academy. You can do some course on Udemy, $10, $5. There are so many things you can learn if you want to grow that, because sometimes just knowing how to do it is not sufficient. You need to learn the business part of it. But I can tell you for free, you can be a ghostwriter. You can write blogs for people. So there's for me, I pay him every month to write. I'll give him my topics. He goes to create the content, and then he sends to me. That's a job, right? There are people that ghostwrite books. There are people that write proposals. There are people that write business plans, marketing plans. There are people that write articles for Bella Ninja. So there is so many things you can write about. As a matter of fact, what I would even advise is niche down. Don't even write for anybody and everybody. Say, okay, I want to write just about, for example, I want to write in blog posts for insurance companies. How many insurance companies do they have blogs? Not many of them. So start writing free articles, send it to them by DM. I put it on a Google Drive or Dropbox. How to post on social media right before Spirit on our website. So they are sending traffic to their websites. At the end of that, they could always upsell something. So if you're a good writer, start with one industry. You can grow from there. Don't even start with 4 because you can't. You'll be overwhelmed. Start with one. If you get 3 or 4 insurance companies that are writing for, they are paying you like $150K per month to write blog posts and social media captions. You are blowing this life. Literally. Then you send me 10% for type.
Thank you so much. I think we've exhausted all our questions. Thank you very much for everybody that joined into this Instagram live session right here on African Alliance. I can see some questions coming up now that we're about to end. You know what I said, that you should be listening, and you should put in those questions on time. This one is from Cool Home Solutions, interested in video ads creation. Where do I start? So maybe you had missed the first part of the video where she talked about how you can go on YouTube to actually watch videos. You can use even things like InShot that's on your mobile phone to create an advert. All you just do, put some caption, put some photography, stickers, and before you know it, you have transformed one small video footage into a video ad. So at this point, go on, Padebi.
Yeah, I was also going to add that. I don't know. Do you want to do that? Yeah. Do you want to do that for personal or for business? Because it's not the same trajectory. So I'm saying Cool Home Solutions, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe you already have a solution and trying to go to the market for it. So there are two things you can do. As I said before, next month at the social media school, we are learning how to do videos. We already have a module on creating ads. Because before you do the ad, you need to learn how to do the videos. The videos has to be compelling, for example. So if you are interested, you could, I don't have the link in my bio yet, but I think in about, by 15th, we'll start promoting. So, but you can send me a DM, I could just hold your spot. But it's critical for you to get it right. It's important for you to be able to do that. So you can reach out to me and then just join social media school for next month, and then you'll be good to go.
Well, thank you so much, Padebi. I can see all the hearts. Please, let's keep the hearts coming. Let's show some love to our guest. She's been awesome. She's been wonderful. She's been sharing very practical tips and using her own personal example. Like, who would have thought that you've used laptop, you've used Palasa phone, Palasa laptop, but you've grown your business to the point where you can afford the kind of gadgets that you want. And if the gadget is small, is basic, but it's getting the job done, you're doing it. So please, let's share so much love to her. And I'm sure you're seeing all the hearts coming up. There's so many tips that you shared. I'm going to just do a recap for people who might have not joined us in the first video, which was identify the problem and create value. So you need to do your research. Upskill, meaning go and get trained, and you can do that by signing up for courses. I know Padebi has courses. You can also watch free YouTube videos, and if you can commit as little as 90 days, you will gain some level of mastery, you gain some level of expertise, maybe not total mastery, and just keep upskilling. Put yourself out there. It might mean you spending money on adverts, digital ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, but let people know that you're doing work. You can leverage your inner circle, family, and friends. Join e-communities like Fiverr, Freelancer. Start off with free work and volunteering. Your church, your mosque, an organization. She also talked about if you're a writer and you're thinking, where do I start from? Start for writing for companies, niche writing, and slide into their DMs, send the articles for free, and before you know it, you can get a paying job. And then some of the don'ts when it comes to leveraging online to make money or to diversify your streams of income. Don't get distracted, don't get lazy, meaning you have to keep reinventing yourself, keep investing in training. Don't leave things to chance. Plan out your day. 24 hours will go like this, and you don't want to spend all your day doing challenges when you have money to make. And then don't forget to grow your business brand. As much as you're helping other people, also create value for yourself, position your brand. And remember, every customer has a life cycle. So keep putting yourself out there and keep delivering excellent value. So just before I let you go, just leave us with one more tip for our Friday afternoon.
Okay, so stay hungry. And I'm saying to stay hungry to most people, especially women. There's a tendency for you to, after I just relax, that I'm not sure if there's someone else doing this for me, but if you're hungry, realize that your growth, your business growth, your income it's for you, right? It's for your sanity, it's for your growth, it's for your legacy, right? So stay hungry. If you're hungry enough, you keep wanting more, right? You won't be okay with after running people. Let me just relax. You want to stretch to a 750, you want to stretch to 1 million. So stay hungry and keep growing. You never stop growing. I'm not talking of growth like this, right? I'm talking of, personal growth, mental growth, emotional growth. I'm talking of, you might add weight on you. So I'm not growing anymore. I'm already over the age of 21. I understand that. But so keep growing and keep plowing back, keep investing in yourself. And then that's about it.
Thank you so much. Stay hungry. And we hope that in staying hungry, you'll join us again next week, Friday, right here on African Alliance for the concluding part. We've been running Instagram live sessions every week for the past 3 weeks. We've had a session on personal finances and family finances. We've had a session on relationships. Now we had a session today on leveraging online media to create multiple streams of income. So we really hope that next week, Friday, you join us here again. And at the beginning, I said African Alliance turned 60 this week. So I'm not going to tell you to do 60 bosas because we'll soon be cut off by Instagram. But please let's show some love to African Alliance, show some love to Padebi again, our guest. And we say a big thank you to everyone who has made time out to be here. Please let's continue to stay safe. Let's wash our hands, regularly clean our surfaces, use hand sanitizers. When you're going out, wear your masks and look out for the government's directives. You need to obey them. If they say 8 p.m. curfew, then it's 8 p.m. curfew, and practice social distancing. And we're really hopeful that we will make it through this pandemic. So thank you so much. I can see some comments here. This is Bade Momo saying, thank you, Padebi. Awele,
you're welcome.
111. That's my great company. I can see all the emoticons, the hearts. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary from Tunampa. Peace on with you for life. Thank you so much. And we really enjoyed today's session, even when the internet decided not to allow us to be great, but we passed. And we'll be sharing the live video to our stories. So in case you missed anything, please go on to our stories and you can catch it for the next 24 hours. So Awele 111, 60 Bosas for African Alliance. Happy anniversary. And on that note, it's bye-bye from me. So bye-bye. Thank you so much. I'm Isabella Akinsheya, wishing you a very beautiful afternoon. And I can see Padebi Ojomo's comment saying, thanks for having me. Thank you so much. All right, everyone. Have a great afternoon and goodbye.